Wednesday, I've got, and I'll be doing a solo show, but I'll be running my interview with Famke Janssen, and we talked about her show, and Amsterdam Empire, and we talked really a lot about her career in general. We talked about Goldeneye. We talked about
Oh
stuff.
man.
Yeah, we talked about stuff that she did with Harvey Keitel. We obviously talked about X-Men. We talked about things, but I asked her about Doomsday, and I had my conversation with her about it. But before we even talk about that, there's a story that she's been doing press, and it's funny because she was telling me, she's not on social media. She hasn't done press in a very long time, and she's doing press now because she is the name that is promoting this show. So she's out there. So clearly she knows. Oh, I definitely asked her about Taken, by the way, too. 100%. 100%. But anyway, she has been being asked about Doomsday. You knew that she would. So Marvel Studios didn't even ask her to return as Jean Grey in Avengers Doomsday. X-Men star Famke Janssen has claimed that Marvel Studios hasn't asked her to return as Jean Grey in Avengers Doomsday, but should we believe the actress? You can read her comments in full there. She said, let's see, they were listed all the older ones. Famke Janssen first played Jean Grey in 2000 X-Men and followed it with X2, cameo roles in Wolverine, Days of Future Past. EW caught up with her and asked her. She said, every time I do an interview, it's mentioned. It's interesting. I didn't realize it was such a big part. Every interview I do, that will come up. It's true. And of everything I say, that is going to only be the thing that is going to be printed. I think she was getting, I could tell she wasn't getting pissed off. She wasn't mad at all when I asked her about it, but she could tell we were having such a great conversation where I could see it in her head. She's like, I knew that. This is the one guy I thought wasn't going to ask me about it. That I did. I didn't ask her until like 45 minutes into it, but because I figured, let's get a good rapport first before I ask her.
Right.
But anyway, the site pushed Famke on whether Marvel Studios had asked. She said, never, never, ever. She added, I should be flattered, I suppose, that this character has resonated with people. It's been so long, but it's nice that people are still talking about her. I'm sure every single time there's a new movie, they're going to do it. Like Doomsday, it'll come up again. So Marvel hasn't asked her to return as Jean. We're not buying it. Janssen does not appear to be playing coy here, and her response feels like it's coming from someone who's trying to avoid spoiling a big surprise. I did not get that vibe. After all, it's hard to fathom that the Russo brothers would go to the lengths of bringing back the original big screen X-Men, only to leave some of the team's most iconic members on the shelf. It's always possible to appear in Secret Wars. Earlier this year, Halle Berry was asked about whether she'd get a chair with her name. She said, keep waiting. It's not going to be there. It's not going to be there. I'll tell you, and look, she's a good actress, right? So maybe she was pulling an Andrew Garfield. I did not get that vibe when I was talking to her about it. What she told me, I think you're on mute again, Chris.
Yeah.
What she told me was she has no interest in going back into the past, is what she said. That's what she said. And she said, it wouldn't be a deep enough role. It would be like a glorified cameo. And that's just not what she's looking to do right now. Now, whether or not that's bullshit, I don't know. But that's what she told me. I took it as legit when she was talking about it. Because I asked her about, and the other thing I followed up with her on the interview was, I wanted to know, when you look back at X-Men and your time at X-Men, do you look at it as like a positive experience, or is it something like, it's just a job that I had to do? And she took it as a very positive experience. And it was, I can tell again she does not seem like someone who's going to tell you what you want to hear. She's very honest, and she's very, she fights for what she wants. And I just don't think she wants to do this. I don't think she cares about this. And I don't think, she cares about it. I don't think she's interested in doing a smaller role like this. That's my opinion on it, but I could be wrong. Chris, do you think she's full of it?
No, not really. Because what a way to promote the movie ultimately if you are in it. Of just, this doesn't interest me. I need to do better, bigger roles and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's leaning too hard the other way. For then when you do show up in the movie, everyone's going to be like, wow, okay, that seems pretty rude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, this is just my own opinion. I'm still so over Jean Grey. I am team like Jean Grey hater. Whenever she kept popping up in like Wolverine moments and stuff too. Yes, I was like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Wow.
And a lot of that more so is I hated what they did to Cyclops in those movies.
Sure.
Where it was just, I'm so over this weird love triangle thing. This isn't interesting to me. X-Men 97 actually handles it a little bit better. But it's still, even when that happens, I'm like, no, stop it. Just stop this. I don't like it. And also in the comics, Jean is just so problematic at times. I just really dislike her. And I really like Famke.
All this redhead hate, man. That's this nonsense, Kris.
Listen, there's plenty of other gingers that I love, but this one.
Name one.
Wally West.
Wow, that took you too long.
No, I got
Pamela Isley.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
There you go.
I love Max.
Yeah.
Max is great. I'm looking forward to seeing what she is in the Marvel universe. There are great little gingers out there, but Jean Grey can suck on some cheese.
Wow.
Nice. But to clarify, that you're talking about Jean Grey, not Famke.
Not Famke. No, Famke I love. Goldeneye, I love so much. I literally told my trainer that one of my goals was to be able to be like her in that movie. And he was like, oh, look like her. And I was like, no. Yeah, I was like, no, I want to be able to kill a man with my legs. Like, that is my goal.
I will tell you, I got awakened by that as a child.
I mean, who didn't?
Puberty kicked in real fast when I saw Xenia on the top, just talking about with the thighs. I said,
yeah.
Yep.
That was a confusing moment for everybody, I think, of just, whoa.
Yeah.
But what I'm tired of with Jean Grey is them doing Jean Grey wrong. I think Famke did a fantastic job the first two, and then what they did in The Last Stand was ridiculous. I think that what oh my god, I can't remember her name, played Jean, the younger version of Jean,
Sophie Turner.
Thank you. I thought what Sophie was doing was good until they decided again when they were going to go forward with the Phoenix thing, they just kind of did it. They just threw it out there real quick and just in your face again. I am tired of them trying to rush through one of the more colossal stories in comics, specifically in X-Men lore and specifically in Jean's story. That is where my issue is. I can hear you about the love triangle thing with Cyclops, but to act like Cyclops is not closely tied to the women he decides to associate himself with because he messy. He gonna be with you, then he gonna be with your clone, then he gonna be with your clone
Emma Frost.
and that's what I'm saying. Your clone and your main squeeze's main like psychic threat side piece over here. He is a messy bastard. It's just that he's also a good leader. So like I don't have a problem with the love triangle thing still happening. I just think that they haven't quite nailed Jean, and I'm here with Famke. If this was going to be some quick little one-off, whatever, I don't blame her for being like, nah, I'm good.
But I don't want, and to clarify that too, like, and I'm paraphrasing in how she said it. She was very respectful of the franchise. She was very respectful of the characters in general. She just said like, it just seems like that's just not what she's looking. She would want to develop the character. She likes, what she said, because it's the entire journey of our conversation. She talks about liking to have input on the character she's portraying, and she doesn't see there being a lot of input in a moment like that because it's just such a smaller thing. So that was more so not. It wasn't of like, oh, I don't want to do small roles. So that's not. No. If it came off like that, that's not what she said. But what she said was more so like she wanted input in the characters. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, and she hasn't been asked. So we'll see. But that interview drops next Wednesday. I hope you guys check it out. What do you guys make of her comments? Believe it, not believe it? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Look, people can be scumbags. We know that. People are trying to rip people off for money all the time. There's scams happening all the time. Hell, there are YouTube channels dedicated to catching these scamming bastards. But your security, it's got to be a priority. And Cash App, it treats it that way. With Security Lock, Cash App requires a successful Face ID or a biometric authentication to access your account. It's like your money is being protected by your own personal bodyguard. Even if your phone, if it's lost, if it's stolen, they got you covered. Plus, if you're about to send money to someone new and Cash App notices that something's like off, you're falling for a scam, it's going to send you a warning before the money is sent to confirm that everything looks right. Turn on Security Lock in your Cash App settings today. Pay attention to scam warnings to keep your money safe. Learn more at cash.app/security. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend with 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcasts for full disclosures.